with that.
Yeah.
All right. I guess I'll tell you what I just had on a phone call with Zaceed. I just called him. He called me for like a second, hung up, and then I tried to call back, and he was on the phone.
He called me.
Okay.
He called me.
So I spoke to him. Yeah, and I'll tell you what I spoke to him about first. He starts yelling at me about, oh, you're trying to get me killed. You're a rat, this and that. I'm like, what are you talking about? He said, I told you exactly what I said. I said, hey, those two dumb fuck friends of yours, Mr. Henry and Mr. Adams, where the fuck they were, okay? They got caught doing shit on the BSK block, got pushed for it, right? And, and I spoke to OTT about this, and I told him that you're behind the shit, and that if they, if they want to do shit about the two guys, that's on you guys. That's their risk, and I want to make him aware to the whole thing. And he starts completely warping the conversation. That he even misremembered the call I had like an hour ago with him. He completely had it completely wrong. And then I assumed that the first call we had yesterday, me and him, he also, where I found out about the information I told you, King, he also misremembered. And I had a bit of a back and forth with him and whatever. I made him aware. He said his piece, and we just kind of parted ways. I was like, listen, I'll do me, you do you. Just leave me the fuck alone. And he starts pulling this whole card about, I'm only talking to you because I feel bad. You're by yourself. Pity this, pity that. I'm like, I don't need your fucking.
Yeah, that's
pity,
what he
Zaceed.
told me too. Yeah, that's what he.
I don't know what the fuck he's saying. He came to this fucking place on his own, and I'm the one always helping him. I got him into Seaside. I got him back into GG things. I've always looked out for the guy, and I'm always open and honest with him. And sure, he's on the other side of town, okay? And I don't fuck with those guys over there. But I'm close with the guy, And him pulling the pity card now, like, oh, I don't want to talk to you because I feel bad. Like, fuck that. Just get out of my life. Do you? I'll do me. Just have a good one. So that's done with. So whatever. But that's the whole convo, pretty much, OTT.
Gotcha. Yeah, because I'll be honest, man. As soon as I had conversations with Boris, I had conversations with Buddha, I had conversations with Zaceed, I had conversations with everybody, and I was extremely neutral. And I told those guys that, like, I am not going against GG under any circumstance. I'm not here. Because I have people selling in our turf. I'm being told that Zaceed is behind this, and he knows about this. Yeah. And if I go after Zaceed, inherently I'm going to be going after the Italians and Buddha, because Zaceed
makes sense. Yeah, works. That's what I told you too, right?
It's exactly. You literally told me that, right? And if he's with Harry or whatnot, like, it's going to get fucking. And I even told you that, like, I'm going to have to talk to people. I'm going to see what's going
100%.
on and all this other shit. And you were cool with that.
100%.
So that's literally what I did. But basically what Zaceed is saying that you are flat out lying to me, that he didn't tell you that he was behind all of this and he knew about it. He basically told me that he was giving those two dudes random ass meth.
Oh,
he had no idea where they were selling. They got caught in a couple of places. Yeah. And he told me that that you're full of shit and you're trying to pin us to go up against him. No. Because he was the first person to leave Gulag, and you guys can't fucking stand him. He also then proceeded to tell me, and I don't even fucking care, because I'm just gonna just put it all out there.
Yeah, that's fine.
He also told me that you guys don't respect me, you guys don't trust me. When we were talking about the key and stuff, that you guys didn't want to work with me, that you didn't trust me. And I'm just listening to this, and I'm thinking to myself, obviously I didn't tell them, but I'm like, dude, if they didn't trust me, why in the fuck would they give me all of this stuff? It makes no sense, right?
You've been the only consistent positive thing in this fucking town, okay? And then, sure, I might have not been in the picture during all this development between you and the guys, but I'm fully aware. That's why I come to you with things, as simple as, you know what I'm saying? Like, this guy's just fucking rambling, bro.
Yeah, I think once he realized that, like, there were two different stories, he just tried to dogpile on to make you guys look as bad as possible. And it didn't work. Like, obviously, like, we still fuck with you heavy, and we got your back no matter what.
Yeah,
but I will tell you, when it comes to this, when it comes to the Italians, Buddha, we're not touching it. We can't, because
no problem
we have too much. Yeah, we have too much on. We have too much business on the back end with your enemies, and I fucks with y'all heavy, but, like, I got to look out for my gang as well, and I can't put us in that position. You need us to help you with any other group at any time, bro. I'm down. No questions asked.
That's what I said yesterday, right?
I can't.
I'll be fine. I got my ways. I just wanted to bring things to light to you, make you aware. And
Yep.
and especially with the whole Zaceed thing, I found out it just happened to be kind of in the same camp of things. And whatever your decision
No, it made
was,
sense.
it's your call to make. You know, I don't mind
Yep.
at all, and it's cool. I'll be chilling.
All right.
And it happened to find out that the whole Boris dude was someone you knew, and you said you could maybe help out.
Well,
And
maybe
all this
I'll
shit.
tell you a bit more. Maybe I'll give you more information about the Boris thing because I spoke to Boris for 30 minutes.
Oh, how did that go?
It went well. I mean, it's not my business, but dude, I'll tell you, Julian, I tried everything in the book to get him to just pay you $750K. You know,
Okay.
I told him, I said, no matter what, whether you feel justified with what you did or you did what you did, you are going to be known as the dude that stole a bunch of shit from somebody's warehouse as a clean guy and fucked over a gang. It doesn't matter how much of it in the right you were. The streets are only going to say one thing. And if you expect BSK to work with the Italians on some business shit, how can we work with you? If you're willing to fuck over somebody else, you be willing to fuck us over. So why don't you just pay the money and be good on it? Because I'm going to tell you, bro, you're going to lose a lot more than $750K fighting GG. And I told him, just because there's some GG members in jail for the next 30 years don't mean that they ain't got friends. It don't mean that when they get out, it's only going to cost you more and more as time goes on. What he told me is he basically said that Forehead and Dickhead went to Roosters, held up a bunch of people, including him. He went along with it. He called Forehead and said, yo, bro, I'm your clean guy. What are you doing? Like, why are you bringing, why are you doing this shit? Forehead passed the buck over to Dickhead and said, if you got a problem, take it up with Dickhead. And when he talked to Dickhead, it didn't go well because Dickhead doesn't give a fuck and he's not invested. And then Forehead and Dickhead went back and started shooting up Roosters. Boris didn't get hit, but then Boris called them and said, we need to renegotiate what's going on here. Like, it's either, we need to renegotiate the terms, or we need to go our separate ways because what you're doing is uncalled for. I don't know what you're doing. Then Forehead blew a gasket, apparently, and told Boris that what he's doing is trying to extort him for more money and fuck you, blah, 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 and then went back, and then Boris ends up getting shot down. Boris removed people's keys but left Forehead's, and before Forehead went and shot him down and everybody else that was at Roosters, Forehead didn't even go to the warehouse to clean it out. He left everything in there, knowing that this clean guy was there. Boris said he doesn't even think Forehead has his phone number saved onto his phone and didn't even know it was him. Like, he'd give zero fucks, just basically pays a state ID. So Boris was feeling super disrespected and gave them multiple opportunities to make good on it or to just get their shit out, and he refused to do it. So then when he got shot, that's when he took Forehead off, stole everything in there, and sold off the warehouse. This is what Boris told me.
Yeah, this. Oh, what's it? I don't know what's in the water in Vinewood tea, but it just is not. It's crazy. I highly recommend you please take some time. I don't know, maybe you get arrested at some point and you seek them out, or you go visit them, or have a. By the way, the boys have phones as well. I recommend just having a conversation with Forehead or anyone else that's in there that knows about this shit. I recommend Forehead though, and you can get the context right from the horse's mouth. And not through a game of telephone, and you can figure things out. Okay, and regarding everything else, let's just leave it at that. I'll take care of my business, and I appreciate you being honest and telling me things. And I'll do the same for you, and nothing's gonna change. Just it is what it is, and hopefully we can get it to a point where we can resolve things, or me with them. I just don't know. I guess I need to go talk with the fucking Italians now. Figure it out.
Yeah, it's all good. If you need guns, you need oxy, we're always there for you. But we just can't get in a car and shoot these fuckers.
I'm just trying to get some funds arranged, get everything kind of prepped for stuff. I spoke with Ming yesterday. They're also doing a bunch of stuff over there, so I'm helping them out with stuff. But he told me that you should keep the. Did he tell you what to do with the cars at all? Like, does he?
Well,
anything?
he told me. Yeah, he told me I could try and sell them.
Okay, sure.
And then just put the money, and then he can get the cash and stuff later.
Okay.
But I don't know if the government's actually going to come and try and seize everybody's stuff. I mean, the amount of stuff.
I guess the detectives know something though. So I got picked up for trespassing, and the detective gave me like a transport to prison, and she was bragging about me getting assets from people and stuff, but she was making it seem like I had a bunch of people giving me shit, but it was only one individual. But they are aware, and she's just trying to kind of flex the fact that they know stuff, without any details on me. But
All right.
So
well,
they're definitely looking into things, right? So
if Ming wants us to try and sell the cars, like I'll do it. But
yeah,
like
I'll double check with him. He did say that you should keep whatever money you need for the fees from Peter's fund, right? So that's I think what 2.5 I think is from Peter,
there's
right?
I have 2.3 million in cash.
Okay,
that was all of the money he gave. There was 2.1 million in the back of the mule, and then Ming gave me 200,000 in cash. So there's 2.3 million in casino.
How much money do you
now.
think you need from that pile to pay for fees until you're able to sell a car?
Well, I have two S or whatever A plus now, so that's going to be like 150. Then I gave one to Cal so that it wasn't $250,000, so that'll be like another 40. So it's probably going to be. How often do the asset fees come out, guys? Is it once every
2 weeks?
2 weeks, right?
2 weeks. So
2 weeks.
I would say safely for 30 years, it would be no more than $500,000. But I would say it's probably going to be about 400 to 450,000 in fees.
How about you keep the 500K flat for the fees, and if you want to sell cars, do whatever. That's your discretion to make. It's between you and Ming to figure out. I don't mind. But Peter said he wants to establish some things and help with the funding for what's to come. Plus, he's trying to get orders made for guns to get delivered into the prison, and he wants to use that fund for that. So if you can keep the 500K, and then fork back the whatever how much is remaining, 1.8 I guess then, right? In the chips, I'll take care of the rest and I'll let them know. Because I'm about to go meet with them as well, right? So we should.
You
be
want
good.
the 1.8 now? Like I can
Yeah,
go
we can do that. We can go to the casino together real quick. Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
Yeah, let's keep 500K. If that's good for the fees, all good by me, and I'll cover the rest or whatever.
Okay. All right.
Yeah,
Sounds
works.
good.
And the
well,
cars,
Kings, I'll go up there with Julian now and do that, and then I'll link up with everybody.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Also, for all the Kings here, take my number. If anything happens, whatever, you can call me. Okay? I'm under the shit now over here, so don't worry about it. All right? I got you.
Hell yeah.